Hello, boys and girls, and welcome back to another exciting edition of Struggles for Survival, Lesson 12, with your host, Mrs. Inman, and very obvious Twins fan. Yes, yesterday was home opener at Target Field, so I'm just representing today. All right, what you need to succeed is your mentor text, a pencil, and a highlighter. Grab those items and let's get started. Okay, so our learning goals today are: I can use context clues within a sentence to define unfamiliar words. Awesome! All right, remember context clues. We've talked about this. We talk about it all the time. Every unit we talk about it. It's awesome. They're words, phrases, or sentences that help us define unfamiliar words in a text. Remember when I'm always telling you to circle unfamiliar words and then the vocabulary words as well? We're going to use context clues to find out how we can find the definition of words we don't know. All right. I highlighted antonyms today. That's your type of clue we're looking for. Some of the things to look for are the word but, however, unlike, not, or it compares and contrasts relationships. Let's look for some examples here. I put on here the antonyms so that you remember what we're looking for. I've highlighted, or I've circled, the word idle. Now it's spelled I-D-L-E. There is another word idle, but it means something different and it's spelled differently. Let's figure out how to find the meaning of this word. I see that word, but that's an antonym. And I've underlined the sentence, Hamaguchi, however, found himself staring out at the sea. At first, his gaze was idle, but then he sat straight up and squinted. Okay, so the opposite is that he sat straight up and squinted. His gaze was idle. What do you think that means? If you said that he was without a purpose or he was doing nothing, you are correct. All right. Let's move on. Your turn. You're going to look for signal words in the sentence, okay? So I want you to reread paragraph 11 on page 21. Now, which word or phrases do you see that might be an antonym for the word churning? So I want you to reread the paragraph 11, and I want you to find that word churning and circle it, okay? Then I want you to look around. Look for signal words, the antonym signal words. Whether it's not, unlike, however, but, okay, or it's comparing and contrasting, okay? Then you're going to want to highlight or underline that. That will help you decide what the word churning is, okay? So pause right now and go ahead and do that, all right? Welcome back. Okay, so there's your word that you were looking for, churning. Now, this is the word you should have, circled or highlighted or outlined or whatever it is that you did to find it. Unlike, that's the antonym. Okay, so it's talking about, unlike the usual calm sea, it was churning and mixing with the land. Churning. So it's not calm. It's the opposite because we see that word unlike right there. So what do you think churning is? If you said to be stirred up or agitated or mixed up, although it does say mixing, you are right. So how did you do? Can you use context clues within a sentence to define unfamiliar words? Did you get a 4, a 3, a 2, or a 1? Is that what you are? Which one are you? All right. Put that in your mentor text up in the corner, and I cannot wait to see you again later.